Okay, this is Mark Summers again from Summers Technical Services. We're back to our RF load tray assembly part models, and this is the last of the 5. It's a -09 stop block. So that's going to be this part right here. It's the -09. And I've given you a part number as the lead designer. I've already given you the shoulder screw part number. And this is a master car part number. The part number is listed on the handout. And so that'll define the diameter of this shoulder here, and also the other parameters. And so you've got that part of the design. You also have my base plate. This part I've drawn in here is my base plate. So you need to design a stop block that will sit at the back end of that recess inside the base plate. And this stop block is going to go on there, and that's going to define the shape of your part. So the shoulder screw is different than a regular screw in that there's a shoulder. There's a precision diameter ground diameter at the top there. And that's going to be a precision fit with not only the top part of your hole here. That hole is going to interface with a tight fit for the top part of the shoulder screw. And on the bottom side, this thread here will have to match, obviously, the thread of the shoulder screw. In between, we're going to have a gap between your part and my plate. So I'll label it right here. This distance right here, it's going to be some small gap similar to what we used on the capture block. So I'll just call that gap, and the size of the gap is going to be determined by the designer. And if you make it too small, something like 5 thousandths or so, I want to say that's too small because the tolerances are such that if we're on the low side of the tolerance, it could be an interference fit. If you make it a 1/4 of an inch, that's going to be way too big. It's not going to be able to capture anything, or it's not going to be able to stop anything. And so choose a gap that's the same gap all the way around. And the other thing you're going to want to do is on my base plate, I strategically located the top plane that goes right through the middle of the part. And you're going to want to do the same thing on your part. You're going to want to put your top plane right through the middle of your part, and that's going to make the assembly much easier. We'll just line up those top planes, and that gap will be equally spaced on either side. So let's talk about some of the requirements. The material, like all the other parts, is going to be aluminum. You'll choose your alloy you want to use, and you'll choose a appropriate finish. And the hole sizes need to match the shoulder screw, and it needs to fit on my base plate. And so other than the pictures I've drawn there, maybe that's the only requirements we have. There's no fasteners for you to specify. I've already given you the part number of that shoulder screw. So you'll just have to download that shoulder screw from McMaster-Carr, save it as a SolidWorks model, and that'll be part of what you deliver to your team members. So I'll just put McMaster-Carr, download SolidWorks part. Okay, so that should take care of that last part. And now I believe everybody knows what they need to do to get started on the RF load tray parts. I'll do another video to show you how to do some of the details of the CAD geometry creation, and then we'll finish up with how to do the assembly model and drawings for the individual parts and the assembly model drawing. Assembly model drawing will include how to do an exploded view, how to make a bill of materials, and how to add balloons and quantities on the face of the drawing. So that should do it for now.